growing. And as you probably know, I started London Lash 5 years ago. I was working on my own. I didn't have any staff. I didn't have any money. It was only me, big passion for doing eyelash extensions and massive dreams. And now, 5 years on, this is our team. We've got 40 people working on the payroll. We also have quite a lot of self-employed people working for us, like designers and lash technicians. And we also have in partnerships with our wonderful trainers and wonderful distributors. And altogether, it's about 100 people in the team right now. Last year, our annual turnover reached 3 million mark, which is, I think, not bad for a startup. I'm very proud of it. And yes, so this is London Lash. A lot of people ask me, Hanna, how did you do it? Can you please tell me, what have you done? What do you eat? How you've managed to get there? And I think when we're talking about the business growth, it's really important to consider 2 stages. Stage number 1 is when you are working for yourself and when you're on your own. And stage number 2 is when you're that busy and you start employing the staff. And you, with the staff, you don't just need to keep your business successful, you also need to keep it growing. And this is a difficult stage because you're not in charge anymore. So, before I'm gonna start talking about things that you will need for growing, I'd like to ask you, who of you have employees? Can you please leave your hands up? Excellent. Any of you have more than 5 people in the team? Excellent. And who of you don't have staff but want to grow the business to the point when you're going to start employing people and growing big? Excellent. Okay, so hopefully my speech will help you to achieve your goals. So I've this one? Right, okay. So I've put a list of a few things that is important for you on the stage when you're working for your own in order to get that busy and that cool to start employing the staff. And the first thing, it's I think it's a critical and very important, is to set up the clear goals. Goals need to be clear. Goal, I want to earn 1 million, it's not a clear goal. Clear goal is I want to become a trainer, right? Who of you want to become a trainer? Great, okay. So there are 2 ways in England to become a trainer. You can either partner up with the brand, and they're gonna help you to do it, or you can go on your own, right? If you decide to work on your own, what do you need, girls from UK, what do you need in order to get there? What do you need in order to get
online presence?
Online presence. What are exact things? Accreditation. Right, what else?
Teacher training.
Teacher training, what else? What do you need in order to get the accreditation? Manual, okay. And what else do you need? What are you going to put in your kids' products? You need to work it out. So basically 4 things. Easy to work them out and they're all doable, right? Now the most important things. When you're working as a lash technician all day long, and you basically don't have time for that. You don't have time to write the manual, you don't have time. And you want to become a trainer. But whether you want to become a trainer, when you're going to become a trainer, you don't know because you never spend any time on achieving your goals. So what is the most important thing? Understand what do you want and make sure you make time for it. Make sure you open your calendar or your booking system and block some time off every day. I would do it every day, 1 hour. Or 1 hour and a half, or 2 hours, so half an hour. And this is going to be the time you're going to dedicate for your goal. For example, you're writing the manual, right? So you're gonna block 1 hour on Thursday. On this 1 hour, what are you gonna do? You don't know how to write the manual. But what you can do, go on Amazon and order some lash books, right? Something to give you some information. You can do a research about trainings, and maybe you can book yourself for some trainings. Maybe you can do some research on, I don't know, hygiene and different types of cyanoacrylate. So this is going to be your work towards manual, right? And like that with each single of your tasks. Make sure you make time for it, because otherwise you're gonna stuck with doing eyelashes and always saying, well, I'd love to do that, but I just don't have time to do that. So make sure you make time for it. Second thing is the right mindset. I've done actually a post about this a couple of days ago, because it's a bit of a pain for me, because every time when I'm speaking to somebody, I can hear, well, I don't know, I'm not doing my website because I don't know how to do it. I don't do my social media because I don't have time for it. I don't go to gym because I'm working till 9 o'clock. And it's so strange for me to hear, because I'm the person who is like, let's do it, you know. And I don't find the reasons why not. I'm finding the solutions why yes. That's my personal behavior. So if you don't know, I don't know, how to build a website, your set of mind should be, okay, let's Google it. There's lots of information on the internet. If you Google how to build the website, you will have thousands of articles of how to build the website, how to do my website SEO optimization, how to make it seen first on Google. There are tons and tons of information on the internet. Just do it. Just find the time, block it in, and just do it. Okay? Next thing, good relationships with problems. When I started to do my business, I obviously had lots of problems, and as all of you, you have probably many. Who of you ever had bad reviews? Right? Who of you had competitors who done something naughty to you? Right? Who of you have staff leaving and taking some clients? No. Okay. So I think it's really, with my experience, I just realized that sometimes I've realized that the problems, they keep coming in. You can't avoid them. They're just going to be coming and coming and coming and coming. And we really need to change our relationships, and we need to start making friends with the problems, because you can't do anything about it. They're going to still be coming. So, and if you're going to become too sensitive about them and becoming very emotional, you're just going to end up in lunatic asylum, you know, in a couple of months. So really, when the problems are coming, don't try to do something about it. Just stay calm, stay clear-minded, and just think how I can solve this problem. And the next step, think what I could potentially do in the past in order to prevent this problem to happen, right? For example, if you had a competitor who left something, like left a bad review for you, right? Happens. Maybe you posted something that might be slightly offensive. Maybe you could build some connections, and maybe you could build some friends with this competitor. Just an example, when we've opened the salon in Bounce, in London, the first thing I've done, as soon as I've got the keys, first thing I've done, I was walking around the street, and I was walking into every single business, including the beauty salons, and saying, hi, I'm Hanna, really nice to meet you. This is a box of sweets from us. We just came to the area and just wanted to say hello and think like maybe we can do some collaboration together. You know, if I have some clients and I'm overbooked, I can maybe pass it to you. So I didn't ask anything. I said, I can give you my clients. And they were very pleased to meet me. They were very happy to meet me. And till now, we have a very good relationships, even we're doing the same businesses. Right? So maybe something you could do in order to prevent this to happen. So always think. Okay, next one. Ability to work hard. One of the biggest utopia I can hear that, you know, when I'm gonna get my business, I'm gonna lay down on the beach and do nothing, and my staff is going to work, and they're going to get lots of money. And yes, you can do it, and you can maybe lay down on the beach for 2 weeks, but not for the whole year. Because if you want to achieve something, you need to work hard. And any business owner who you know will prove you this. Everyone is working really hard. When I was setting up my business, I was starting doing eyelashes 9 o'clock in the morning, finishing it about 8 o'clock in the evening. I was coming home, on the way home on the tube, messages to the clients, booking, rebooking, changing appointment, coming home, having a dinner with my boyfriend, watching TV with my boyfriend, because I need to spend time with him, right? Because otherwise he's gonna leave me. Then after, he is going to sleep. He's going to sleep, he's falling asleep, I'm getting up, and I'm going to my computer, because now it's a time for me where I can work. Can start working again. And at that time I was setting up my training courses, I was setting up my website, I don't know, doing my eBay listings, because I started to sell some things on the eBay. So I would get up and I would start to do this admin work. For about 2 hours I was doing this admin work. Then at 12 o'clock I would go and pack my 8 parcels or 5 parcels from eBay, and I would finish probably at about 1 or 2. Going to sleep, waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, going to the post office, send the parcels, 9 o'clock, start again. 6 days a week, I was doing it for a while. But at the end of the day, it paid off. It paid off, and I made enough money so I could move to the nicer and bigger place. I'm not sure about nicer, but bigger place where I could do my first training courses. I could fit 3 beds, so that was a very first salon in Victoria, and I could employ my first employees. So this is where my big journey began. Right, now we're finished with the kind of stage of self-employment, and now we're moving to the stage when you've got people employed. And I would say that it's a completely different story, because when you're working for yourself, you're in charge, you're doing everything yourself, you're great, you're passionate, lots of energy, and everything is going great. As soon as you've got employees, this is different, because now you need to get the maximum out of your employees and make sure that they're doing this amazing job for you and helping you to grow your business, right? Also, it's important for you to realize that you can't grow as big as L'Oreal without the team. You can't, right? So you need to have a team of the good people, of the very passionate people, who's going to help you to achieve your business goals. Good people. And before I'm going to tell you how did I build my team, I'd like to tell you a little story. Back in Belarus, where I'm from originally, my first ever job, I was working as a bank assistant. And I had the most miserable boss ever. She was awful. She was just shouting at us every day. She never wanted to help anyone. Really bad person. And I also have miserable colleagues as well, who didn't want to help me with everything, who never smiled to me. And I really felt so upset and so depressed. I didn't want to go to work at all. I was going to work and I was thinking, I really wish it would be a car which would smash me, and I'm gonna go to hospital for like half a year instead of going to work. It's funny, but I mean, it wasn't funny at that time. It was quite upsetting. And I thought how bad that these people and this environment made me think like that I'd rather hurt myself and go to hospital. And I thought, you know what, I've promised myself at that time, if I ever gonna have staff, I will make sure that nobody ever will feel this way. I'm gonna look after my people. And getting emotional. And I can say now that all London Lash girls, they love working at London Lash, they're very happy, and we don't have anybody leaving unless they're getting pregnant. And even we had one girl who's left, and she came back in 3 months saying, Hanna, you know what? It's so much better to work with you. You're such a nice boss, and I love you to bits, and I will never ever gonna leave you again. So. Yes, so these people are the people who help you to achieve your goals. So you need to treat them nicely. And I've made another list of things which I think is important to have if you want to become a good leader and have a successful business with your employees. The first thing is the Passion. I'm the most passionate person ever. You know, as soon as I come into work, I'm interested in everything. Who is doing what? Who is doing how was your weekend? How is this? How is that? Okay, let's do lash battle. Oh my God. I'm getting excited about everything. I'm just very excited about my job. And my staff, they like look at me and they, even if they were bored and were not sure about today, and they see me so fun and so happy, and they're picking it up straight away and they're getting very passionate. So I think it's important to be an example of excitement and passion, because this energy gonna give them an energy and they're gonna give you a wonderful job in return. So this is my first advice. Second advice is, are you a good communicator? When I'm talking communicate, I don't mean talking too much, right? And especially talking too much about yourself. I mean, you need to be able to deliver your plans and your ideas to your people. For example, you have a salon, small salon, and you have two people working for you. Yeah, like Paulina. She's got two people working for you. And Paulina, she's got amazing plans for the future. She wants, in 3 years, to open a big salon in center of Leeds, to put 8 beds, and make sure that like all these 8 beds will be filled up with the self-employed lash technicians. We're going to do treatments every day. And on the weekend, Paulina will be doing trainings there. And she's got 2 girls. One is Jess, another one is Natasha. And she knows that Jess is amazing. She's a wonderful organizer. She's lots of passion, lots of energy, just a natural person who can come in and smash with lots of work. And she thinks she would be a wonderful manager of the salon. She's got it. And then another girl you've got, and she's so nice, and she's so relaxed, and she's so happy to help everyone. And you think, well, she would be a wonderful teacher. She'll be a wonderful lash trainer. I'm going to give lots of support to my students. So why Paulina wouldn't tell it to these girls? I always try to keep my employees informed about what's in my head. I want them to know what do I want, and I want to make sure that they understand their roles in my journey, because I want them to get excited. And I want them, and also it's also important, not just to get them excited, it's also important to understand what they want, right? Because your expectations might not be the same as their expectation, might not want the same thing as you want, but you need somebody who's going to help you to achieve this goal. So it's really important to be vocal and talk to your staff. What do you want and how do you see your business in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years? If you're working somewhere in the salon and you don't understand what's going on in the salon, you don't understand what's going on in your boss' head, it's really hard to be passionate about the business, isn't it? It's really hard to be passionate. But if you know that in 2 years you're going to become a trainer and you're going to work in this amazing salon in center of Leeds and you're going to get paid probably twice more than you're getting paid now, that's exciting, isn't it? So make sure that you let them know about your plans. Second thing, it's honesty. I think that's honesty and integrity are probably the 2 main ingredients which are making a good leader. I personally hate gossiping. I hate people bitching about something. I don't let my staff to talk about anyone, anywhere, about no competitors, no anyone in the bad way, even about their boyfriends. You know, sometimes they come, oh, my boyfriend is, and I said, stop it. Because you love your boyfriend, you don't want to say that about your boyfriend. So they know that this is my moral standards. They know that I'm like that, and they not just respect you for that. They're also picking this behavior, and they also start doing themselves. But if you're going to be the person who's got these toxic thoughts, who like chatting about other people, who like laughing about other people behind their backs, well, don't expect them to behave well, because they won't, because they think it's normal, you know, and you're gonna just create this really toxic environment in your team. So be a better version of yourself. Can you take accountability for your actions? This is also a very important thing, because again, I know on myself that sometimes it can be a bit too much, and I can become very emotional. I can shout, for example, and say, why did you do that, or something. But I always try that if I feel that I can make somebody upset, and for no reason, because I'm on my period, it doesn't mean that I need to shout to people, right? I would just come up to this person and apologize. And if I've made her upset in front of other people, I would make sure that I apologize in front of other people. And that is important. You might do something which is not nice and you think, oh, that's okay, she probably forgot about it, and you're kind of trying to hide it. And that's not good. If you have enough guts to come up and say, I'm really sorry I've upset you, I'm not going to do it again, please forgive me, I wasn't in the good mood, I had a bad day. And I'm sure she's going to build a lot of respect for you, and your staff will like you more. And the same thing, you need to maintain accountability for your staff actions, because in this case you need to think of how do you react to something when they mess something up, right? So let's imagine you've got a girl employee and she is in front of the client. She would catch the vase with the flowers full of water, and it's going to smash in front of the clients and make all her beautiful white dress wet, right? So you can see through. What's your reaction? Or are you going to get annoyed? Start shouting? What's your reaction? I say, oh darling, it's okay, I'm really, really sorry, I'm going to bring the brush, we're going to clean, I'm really sorry. Like, it's really important to react. It's like kids, you need to react correctly to their mistakes, because otherwise what's going to happen? She's going to be making mistakes, and because you know that she knows that you're going to go wild and mental when you're going to find out, she's going to try to hide it. Instead of trying to fix it, she's going to try to hide it. And this is really bad. And if you have a big business and people are scared to make mistakes, that will be toxic for your business. So, but you need to teach yourself and to teach your managers to react to people's mistakes correctly. Are you empathetic and supportive? That's I think one of my favorite ones. A lot of people, a lot of managers who I see, they got quite a dictatorship kind of style of dealing with the employees. They don't really care what's going on in their lives. They just want money, money, money. They want clients, clients, clients. They don't really care. And imagine the situation like you're working in the beauty salon and you have a really hard time at home. Say, for example, you're going with separation with your husband. He just left you, just yesterday. And he said that he's got another woman. And all you want right now is just take maybe 2 days off, just calm down, just bring your head together. And you just can't go to work. You're just in the stage that you can't. And you call in your boss and you say, look, I really need this couple of days off. And what you hear is, I'm sorry, it's Christmas, we're fully booked, there's nowhere, nobody can work instead of you, so I really understand everything, but I can't do anything. How would it make you feel? Would it make you to respect this person? Would it make you to love this person? Would you want to help this person in achieving her business goals if she doesn't want to help you when you really need your help? So yeah, I think it's really important to notice what's going on with your staff and not just see money and numbers, also see what's going on inside of their hearts, because especially with women, I think it's really important. Can you delegate? I think that's also the tough one for many of you, because you're all self-employed and you're amazing and you do an amazing job in social media or something else and lashes, and sometimes it will be really hard to delegate. To let somebody do your client, oh my God, no, I'll just do it myself. To let somebody do your Instagram, oh my God, no. But can you please tell me how anyone can learn how to do something well if they don't let them do it? It's physically not possible. The only way to learn how to do something well is just to do it. So you need to start delegating and accept the fact that people are going to do it at the lower level that you do it right now. But it's okay, you just need to be patient. In 3 months, they're gonna start surprising you. You will see that they started to do the same job as good as you do it right now. You'll be like, oh, that's interesting. And in 3 months, she's gonna surprise you again because she's gonna start doing it probably better than you. And this is the time when you need to wait for. So don't be scared to delegate, even that you understand that someone is not gonna do it as well as you, let them learn. Also, by not letting them to do the job, you're losing their trust. Because imagine if you are working in the salon, but your salon owner doesn't let you take bookings, doesn't let you do some clients, doesn't let you do something. You think, well, I really want to help and I'm gonna do my best, but why don't you trust me? And you lose passion. You're just thinking, well, you don't want me, then I'm not gonna help you. Okay, you know. And this is creating this I don't care attitude. So make sure you trust people and be patient because they're going to make a lot of mistakes, but you need to be patient and let them learn. Can you appreciate? I know a lot of business owners, loads, and every time when I see them, we always have the same conversation. I said, how is the business? And she would be like, oh my God, you know, like, oh, the staff are just so many problems, and you know, they want lots of money, and they want this, and they want that, and she wants long holidays, and I don't know, and they're always complaining about their stuff, and I'm just always thinking, do you understand that this is your stuff? These are the people who helped you to achieve what you are right now. These are the people who've made you do it. Without these people, you wouldn't be able to achieve it. And that's so interesting, because if you have any staff, like how many times did you say thank you to them last month? How many times did you maybe invite them for a dinner to say thank you? How many times did you just, I don't know, tap on her shoulder and say, look, you've done an amazing job today, I'm so proud of you. How many times? Something to think about. And the last one, and it's the most difficult one, I think, but is the most powerful one. Inspire and lead by example. In order other people to love you and respect you, you really need to become the best person they've ever probably met in their life. The nicest, the most open, the most kind, the most supportive, the most straightforward, the most clear, the most kind, and that's difficult. But is it possible? Absolutely. And you can all do that, and I believe in you. And I hope you're all going to grow this wonderful and successful business, and your employees who are loving you to bits going to help you in your happy and successful journey. Thank you very much for listening. And before we finish, I would like to ask, Katie, do we have some time left? Yes?